why people stay in a relationship they don't like, or why people stay in work they don't like. Interesting question, right? And there is a mechanism why people do that. I'm going to explain this mechanism to you so you can really decide to do it differently if you are in a situation like this. Hi, my name is Guido de Valk. I'm a medical doctor and I'm the founder of the School for Authenticity. And I teach about becoming your true self, becoming authentic. And we do that with the theory of the conscious creation. So instead of reacting, we act consciously. And this is also a reacting way of question. You stay in work you don't even like. Why we do that, right? Very interesting to think that. Yeah? Because you go to your work and you don't like it. Now, probably there will be then a reason that you will leave because you don't like it. But you don't leave, you stay. And why you stay? You stay because there is a motivation mechanism involved. And there's a very basic biological motivation mechanism. And that's the mechanism of your brain and not of your consciousness. And you will follow that mechanism automatically if you're not conscious, because that mechanism of your brain is so very, very, very strong that you will do that automatically that way. So this time the teaching is a bit more about how the brain is really working. And this motivation mechanism we call also the award mechanism. It's just a mechanism of how the brain works. And you can see that very much in the animal world. Because what will happen in basically what we do, you have pain here, yeah, pain, yeah, and you have pleasure here, pleasure, yeah. Just these two words are important. Now, I ask you now what you think we do. When there is pain, we run away from pain, and when there's pleasure, we will go to the pleasure, right? That's the basic mechanism. I just talked with you about the nature and about the animal. Animals also do that very much. Then there is danger, they run away, and pleasure, they go towards that. We also do that. And the main aspect and the main thing why we do that has to do with the hormones of the body, of the chemical substances. And probably you will have heard of it. We always go towards pleasure and we want to avoid the pain. So the whole process is this way, automatically, without any thinking. It's always like this. And the main thing this is done is by dopamine. So we constantly search for dopamine and constantly search for a kind of feeling that gives us some pleasure at the moment itself. And that's why this is the main process, the main idea why people stay at their work or stay in a relationship, because they are in a way prisoned by their motivation mechanism, the reward mechanism. Because each time when you feel a little bit good, you get that reward. And that reward is not a real reward, it's really a chemical reward. Interesting, right? So we are then completely run by our brain. You know? Now we'll erase it. So we are run by our brain. Now the brain don't like pain, so it runs away from pain. And your brain likes pleasure, and it runs towards pleasure. That's how the brain works, and the brain is towards pleasure. Now be aware that this is unconscious process, right? But beside the brain we have also consciousness. And the consciousness can make you to decide to do it differently. And then it's very important that you understand this process, because then you can decide to do something else with this. So then you don't have to follow your brain anymore, but you can follow your consciousness. Because your consciousness wants a better life. Better life. So maybe a different job, maybe a different relationship, or to be single again, or whatever. So a better life is important for what your consciousness will do. I will raise again. So when you want to fight this mechanism, what's important is that you learn to embrace the uncomfortable feeling. Now let's write a little bit more neat. The not comfortable feeling. We have to embrace that, to become one with it. And what's then again the solution is that we have to learn to embrace also the fear, because the opposite of comfortable is that we learn to embrace the fear. And that means that instead of following the motivation mechanism of the brain, you're going to follow the message of the fear. And the message of the fear is that it is the doorway to your better life. Because it's not for nothing that you don't feel comfortable at your work. It's not for nothing that you don't feel comfortable in your relationship. That are all signs, in a way, your true self is talking to you and telling you you can do it differently. So you embrace your fear. Because your fear is your doorway to your true self. And if you learn to recognize your fear and instead of push it away, but to embrace it, make it really your own, make it that you own your fear, then you will make the decision to step out of that work, of that relationship, and create a life that matches much better with who you really are. Interesting, right? Now, small summary, we talk about why people stay at a job they don't like. Because they don't like, it's logical that you should leave. But that's all to do with the motivation mechanism of the brain. The brain keeps you in a comfortable position. It will never push you to become more uncomfortable. Always. That's why you have to learn to listen to your uncomfortable feeling based on your fear, and to embrace your fear and to see your fear as a doorway to your true self. I wish it resonates with you. If it does, I have good news. You can download a free ebook. More information how to download you can read in the description of this video. And the book is called Your Fear is Your Guide. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you in the next video again.